What's up, everybody? It's Supersmallchibiwolf, and today I'm going to be talking about my top 7 games of 2022. So let's get into this. Coming in number 7 is PacMan Museum Plus. Now, I love this game. I think this is a really fun and cool game. You know, many things. Number one, the games itself. I'm happy when, game companies gives us like more of a modern take or modern, way to experience a lot of games for a cheap price, and it's good quality. I think they did really good. Putting these games. It wasn't like weird, glitchy, or broken when I first got it and played it. I enjoyed like the museum part as well. We get to decorate different statues of the Pac-Man characters, put them anywhere we want, and move the machines and have our own little arcade. That was really cool as well. I also enjoy, how Namco lets us, even though I would say I wasn't into every game, at least we got to try the more of the underrated or more of the weird games, which was weird. I hope that this game gets a DLC where they have like, for example, Pac-Man World games and World Rally. Just to have all the classics put in one disc. That would have been really cool if they did, release the game like that, more than 14 games. But if they have a DLC in the future, I think it would benefit the game a lot. Overall, though, it's still a fun, cool game. Coming in number 6 is Capcom Fighting Collection. Now, the biggest reason it's so low is because they could have added rival schools, but instead they gave us more than one Street Fighter 2 game, which is ridiculous because this is already on the Street Fighter 25th Anniversary Collection, which has many Street Fighter 2 games to begin with. Now, games like rival schools, they can't be played in modern consoles in any type of official modern way. Obviously emulators, etc., etc. But this is Capcom Fighting Collection. What they should have done is add one Street Fighter 2, the most popular one, have what was it, rival schools, which makes more sense, having rival schools in here than say more than what was it, I don't know, Red Order or this and that. Because let me tell you something. You know what rival school has that Red Order and Darkstalkers don't? An actual character to represent the franchise in Street Fighter 5. Like they have that. What was it? No, what was it? Second to last, I believe. DLC of Street Fighter 5 was a kill from rival schools. So I'm just saying it would have been really cool and wonderful to have it here. Now, besides that, I think this game was cool. No glitches, no bugs. It works perfectly. Online was nice. Overall, it was a fun game. Coming in number 5 is Pokemon Reshrine for the PlayStation 4 and Nintendo Switch. This is a Super Nintendo remake, and this is a wonderful modern take on the classic side-scrolling shoot-'em-up genre. Now, I love the shoot-'em-up genre. It's really fun and cool, and one of my favorite games to play on the Super Nintendo. So once I heard this was being remade, I was excited, especially when this is one of those games that is coursed with the retro video game prices of the 2020s. Now, I personally love this game. One thing that's missing is online mode, but besides that, it's really fun and exciting. You could have this is a two-player game, but it's more of a couch co-op. So yeah, hopefully in the future they make like an update because this is the 2020s. I don't need to explain it. People aren't really chilling, at people's houses that much. But I'm happy, because we actually got a game, to be chilling. Now, I personally love this game. It's fun, you go around with those. They each have like their own skill sets and other stuff, and it's a really fun and unique experience. Overall, I recommend Pokemon Reshrine. Coming in number 4 is Persona 4 Arena Ultimax for Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4. Now, this game is amazing. I played the demo on PlayStation 3 and I'm excited and happy that it came to the PlayStation 4. Now, let me say this, I personally love Persona. These characters are amazing, cool, and fun to use and fight with. I can't wait for the remakes to come out to play those. I personally, I think that when it comes down to fighting games, it's such a this one, is personally one of my favorite games of all time, and it's such a wonderful and fun community. I remember, like for example, they have like this hub where you walk around and stuff. And long story short, fighting with people, they send little messages and this and that. And long story short, really cool and chill people. I'm happy when I get to play these fun games and we could all have fun. The game was playing just for fun and exciting, not just taking it all too seriously and crazy, which I noticed in some games. But overall, I would say this game and the community is wonderful, fun, and just overall, it gets me excited to keep playing these games. And this game, and I would say, I can't wait for the remakes of the Persona games coming out this year. I'm excited. I love JRPGs, so I'm personally excited for Persona 3 and 4, specifically because that has Chie and Mitsuru, and these two are my favorite Persona characters. And besides that, I recommend this game. This game, the online was, always working perfectly for me. It was always, a fun, game to put on, try out the new characters, and overall, I love it. Coming in number 3 is Splatoon 3. Now, I love Splatoon 3. This is a wonderful and amazing game. It's one of my favorite games of 2022. This game was exciting, the new things, the new modes, the new weapons. Overall, I think this was really cool and amazing. I loved how this game, in a lot of Nintendo games, I noticed, they released not buggy. Like me personally, like this is just personal experience. Maybe some people had like, bugs and this and that. But me personally, I played this game since launch. I had this game since launch. I was having fun, downloaded it, boom, played it all the time, that whole night, of launch. And it was a fun and exciting experience. I personally enjoy, the new things they added, the new, the maps or boards, whatever you want to call it, that they have here. And overall, I would say, this was a cool game. I enjoyed the new, some things that I would have, enjoyed them to do. I recommend my video of top things that I want in Splatoon 3. But besides that, this was overall wonderful, and I love it. Number 2 is the King of Fighters 15. Now, I loved and admired this game. I've been playing this game since launch, and I love this game. When this game came out, I remember people saying it's buggy and not playable, this and that. But in my experience, since beginning to end, this game has been playable, has been fun, and has been wonderful. The music is amazing, the characters are great, the stages are nice, the new characters, like Isla, she's the one where she used like these special arms into fight, and overall, it's great. The DLC like Nakaruru, the updates, they keep updating this game and being persistent on that, making it work, and overall fixing any issues people are saying. I like I said, me personally, I did not have issues. This was always a playable game for me, and I had really such a wonderful time. I had fun playing it with my friend, especially, and making videos. This game was such a wonderful time, and I hope the future DLC surprises us even more. So, King of Fighters 15, it's number 2. I want to give an honorable mention to Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for its Booster Course Pass DLC. Now, I love the Booster Course Pass DLC, and it's continuing this year, so next year expect the same thing to be on this list, probably as an honorable mention once again. So, yeah, I loved it. It was fun. It gives more content and more love to this wonderful game. I hate, though, one thing that I hate is that they should just had like a DLC overall to add more battle mode. Battle courses, battle modes, make it like a full pack. Like, don't get me wrong, I love racing. It's fun and wonderful. But, I also love battle mode as well. And I noticed that I tend to just race more than battle nowadays. And that's one reason is because while there's new stuff in racing, there's no new stuff in battle mode. But I do love battling still. But just that, it's more fun and wonderful to play these remake maps, with new people. And overall, it's a wonderful enjoyment. Coming in number 1 is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now, I love this game. I played this game, when I had time, like after certain game sessions, I would play little bits of this game and, save and save, up to the save points. And that's how I had fun with this game. I didn't spend like all out one shot go in one story. I let it spread out, let it, you know, taking it in here and there. One thing that I loved also is the open worldness, like Super Mario Odyssey, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and now Pokemon is open world with this game, and I love that. That was really cool and fun and exciting. I love the music. I love the Pokemon chosen, the specific Pokemon chosen in this game. I enjoyed the story was interesting. I would say the characters was really cool as well. The character designs as well. You know, I when it comes down to Pokemon, my last experience was Pokemon Sword and Shield. Well, Sword, but Sword and Shield is the generation of the Pokemon it was from. I didn't get into that one that much. It didn't really get to me like how I wanted to. I need to go back to it and maybe I get into it. I don't know. But this one, it got to me. This was the comeback for me. Now, I would say this. To be fair, Pokemon Snap was the real Pokemon comeback for me game wise. I had fun with that game last year. Well, 2 years ago now. And, it really made me have fun and good. And then this one came out and it was like, okay, this is my new favorite modern Switch Pokemon game, with the Switch. And yeah, I love that, going around, having fun, experiencing, seeing the world that they created. I hope the next Pokemon game is like this. Like, I know the new one came out and I heard it had bugs and this and that. And I saw gameplay of it. I saw, how, the Pokemon in it. And let me say, yeah, it looks like a nice game, but this is my Pokemon Switch game from now on. I'll wait for the next one. Now, let me just say this as well, is when it comes down to, I just love talking about this. When it comes down to, games of this year overall, I had fun, The booster course pass of, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Persona 4 Arena Ultimax. You had the King of Fighters 15, and, it makes me all excited for this year, 2023. What's coming next? What's coming? What's going to be the next big thing, the next thing that's going to catch me? You know what I mean? Like for this year, like I said, it's been here and there lonely with not traveling. And that's why Arceus, it really helped become my number one. But next year, let me see, I'm excited, the Persona games are coming out, that has potential to be my number one. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom is coming out. I predict that next year it's going to be like this: Persona games, and then Zelda number one. Because like I said, I love the adventure games. I'm wanting an adventure, so I'm looking forward to that one. So yeah, with that being that, let me know what's your number one. What's your favorite Pokemon game? Is it this one or was it the new one that recently came out? Pokemon wise, I'm interested. Tell me what you think, Pokemon wise. Me, Pokemon Legends Arceus is amazing. So there it is, my top 7 games of 2022. Now, real quick, let me just say this. If my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I'm recovering still, and due to it being January 4th as of the recording of this video, I plan to do this in New Year's Day. So sorry about the delay. But let me just say this. I'm very happy that last year was full of wonderful and amazing games. Pokemon Legends Arceus, remakes are like, continuations, like, the Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, King of Fighters 15, amazing. Last year was just so wonderful and cool, and I love those games on my list. Some people might say, oh, this game's number 5, so it might suck. No. In my opinion, if a game sucks, I'll tell you straight up, this game sucks. But if a game is really amazing, I'm going to give it the love and appreciation it deserves. So let me just say one more thing. Last year was amazing, game-wise. But this year, it seems like it's going to be even better. Now, don't get me wrong. I love this, last year's games. But The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel, Tears of the Kingdom, that's my most anticipated game of this year. I'm very excited. I'm hyped. I'm excited. I can't wait for the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. I predict, and this is my big prediction of this year. Number one is going to be the Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom. Number two is going to be the Persona remakes. That's coming out. Number three is going to be Street Fighter 6. That's what I think. Oh, no. Depending who is going to be the Force Line DLC of Street Fighter 6. Maybe it's if they say Sakura Kazugano, Ibuki, Keon Kanzuki. Well, Keon Kanzuki, then Ibuki. Then I'll be like, okay, this is interesting. But even if the game releases with all those as DLC number one, Tears of the Kingdom, I'm excited, I'm excited to see what's going to happen next because it's the sequel to Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I'm excited for this year. I'll make a video of the top upcoming games of this year later on. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let me know your favorite games of this year. Until next time, bye.